Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Nikki Glaspie on Beyoncé.
welcome,
Yeah.
welcome. Let's start off with Berkeley. You went to Berkeley. Why is Berkeley such a hotbed for quote unquote jam bands?
I don't know. I think it's a hotbed for for everything, to be honest. I mean, a lot of my friends play pop music, play country, play jazz, play everything really, you know. Yeah, it just so happens. I mean, that's kind of what you do when you go to school, you find some people and you jam with them, you know what I mean? So, um I guess that's why it could be considered a hotbed
Right.
for jam
It
bands.
it seems it's just like Dopapod. I can think of maybe Space Bacon, the Jaunty. There's a band called Squeaky Feet. I think a couple of the guys were there. Um, but
Oh,
uh
okay.
uh but you never finished at Berkeley because you decided to take a chance there, huh?
Yeah, yeah, I did. I mean, honestly, I just figured out that I didn't need a piece of paper to become a professional musician, unlike a lot of other professions. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a lawyer, you got to go to law school. You got to get accredited, you got to take your LSAT, you got to do all kinds of stuff, you know what I
Right.
mean? The same with being a doctor. It's like you have to go through the proper channels, but music is much different than that. You can study on your own, not to say that you can't study on your own to become a lawyer. I'm sure you can, but you know what I mean. There's just um things that you have to do in order to become that. And
Right.
playing music, you could just play music. And I figured it out. That's what I started doing. I started playing gigs out of necessity. I was hungry, and one thing led to another, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just keep doing this.
Right. So
you
did
know
did you answer an ad in the paper? Did someone clue you in and say, "Hey, Beyonce's looking for people"? How did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, about 50 people, sent me MySpace messages, and they were like, "You got to go audition for this." Pretty much, that's what happened.
Right. And you got it. It's such a great story.
Yeah,
Can you walk through a little bit about the phone call, like how you were told and
yeah. So it was several things. I went in on a Monday, didn't hear anything the entire week, didn't think I got it or think anything of it. I was like, cool, whatever. They called me Friday, and they were like, you've been selected to come back for a second audition. I said, all right, cool. So I went in there and actually saw a couple of people that I knew, which was awesome. Just like going through that process, and we probably went back and forth playing for 8 to 10 hours, different combinations of women. This bass player, this drummer, this keyboard player, this guitar player. You know what I mean? And different combinations, and they were like, okay, you got to come back tomorrow. We still can't decide. So then we went back on Sunday, and same thing again. Just went back and forth, back and forth. And then eventually there were 10 of us in the room, and they said, all right, this is the band. We were like, wow, Um, yeah. I remember calling my dad. It was Father's Day, and he just screamed. He yelled with joy.
it's got to be the greatest
Um,
Father's Day call ever. I have two daughters myself. I can only
oh
imagine that
yeah,
call.
yeah. I was like, I got the gig. He's like, no, you didn't. I was like, yeah, I did. He's like, no, you didn't. I was like, yeah, no, really, I got the gig. He's like, you got the gig. You got the gig. It's like, you know.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You were with her from
Yeah,
2005 until when?
2011.
2011. And then where would it, you decided to take another chance, huh? And walk away from
Yeah,
it?
I did. Yeah, I did. I thought that I had done everything that I could do there. You know what I mean? Like short of going on another world tour. I just wanted to get back to my roots in playing funk music because that's really what I love. So I went down to New Orleans basically looking for a gig. And I ended up with Ivan Neville and Dumpster Funk, which was amazing. Um, because basically I kind of equate all of my gigs to school actually, because I did go to college. I did not finish, but I still, went on to gain higher education. So Beyonce, that was kind of like getting my undergrad degree. And then when I played with Dumpster Funk, that was like getting my master's, just learning all the music and really learning how to run a business, essentially.
Right.
And then when I got with Macy, that was kind of like my doctorate program.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.